Where are you, Irvani? In Jakarta?
Currently in Bangkok.
Oh, wow. All right. BKK.
Yeah.
I might be going to Dubai next week.
Nice.
You ever been, Chris? Dubai?
I flew through the airport and had a lovely English breakfast, and then I left. So I didn't really get to see, but I could feel its power buzzing.
Yeah, I've never been. I kind of wanted to make that trip, but I'm not going to be able to make it. Yeah.
Come on out. Paul, any luck? We gotta go live. So if you figure it out.
Okay. I had to change something in my system preferences with Google, I guess. So I'll work on that.
Okay. So I'll just do mine, and we'll be fine. We don't need that.
Hey, you guys are live.
Okay. Hello, welcome everyone to the latest edition of Market Insider. This is our sixth edition of Market Insider, and for this one, we have the team from Element, a crypto underpinned by the Element United DAO. So joining us today, we have Chris Williams from the Asia operations, and also Scott Looney, the CEO of United. Hey guys.
Hello,
How's it going?
everyone.
How is it going?
Fantastic. Thanks for having us on. We really appreciate this.
Scott's in Utah. The snow is falling. I'm here in Manila. This is just my fake wood cabin. Don't worry. I'm here at a tropical paradise. So.
Yeah, you look like you're in Utah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Element United is a global team, with a big mission, I should say.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ESG carbon credits has been a hot topic. So we are very excited to have you guys here to share about your perspective and what you guys are building.
Yeah, thank you. Glad to be here. This is actually I got to present, Irvan got me some stage time in Bali at CoinFest, so we got to present there a little bit. And then some of you may have joined us on our last Twitter space, and so X space, I guess we should say. So that was really good there too. They're saying the music is still on, guys. Can they turn? I can't. I don't hear the YouTube stream. I think the music might be still playing. Let me see. I think it's off. Can everyone hear us okay in the chat? Music still playing?
Zach, how's the live stream going? All good?
Yeah, I think it's good. There we go. That's better. Okay, great.
Okay. I think without further ado, Chris, you'll be presenting first.
Yeah. Yeah, let me kind of just set the stage for what we're going to do today. We're really excited to be here with Coinstore, and Coinstore is playing a big role in our vision and our products. And so, one of the reasons we chose Coinstore is because of the international distribution of what's happening here with Coinstore. And so, I think we talked about this before, Irvan, but large wallet holders and community members in Indonesia, Philippines, Europe, really all over the place, and that's really crucial for the way our products are developing, because we need international participation with the products we're building and the challenges that we're tackling. And so we're really excited to be working with Coinstore, and excited to meet more of the community members and get to know you. And so today, what we're going to do is we're going to split this into kind of maybe I think about 3 different parts. And so I'll be starting off talking a little bit more about some of our mission and our products. And then I'll hand it over to Scott Lomu, our CEO, to talk a little bit more about his on-the-ground experiences and the vision. And today we're going to be giving out light nodes to those of you that are participating. And so we'll be explaining a little bit more of what these nodes are and how they work with the Element blockchain. And so I'm going to share my screen here and kick this off. So let me pull up the screen share here and make sure everyone can see this okay.
Yeah, for those of you watching, in our last Twitter space, the Element team did a big giveaway of nodes and tokens. And they'll be doing the same on this session as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned till the end.
Yeah. So, and in fact, let me address that right out of the gate. So those of you that are wanting to get some Element tokens, we're going to be giving some of those out as well as the light nodes. But just want to start off with our standard disclaimer here that some of the things we'll be talking about are forward-looking statements, and we're not going to talk about token price or predictions there. We stay focused on really the mission and the products being built and what we're accomplishing there. And so let me just show you, those of you that are looking to get some Element tokens into your wallet. Really all we need is your wallet information. We can start sending that. If you want a free Element wallet, we can send it to that as well. I'll show you how to do that right now. If you want to set up a free Element wallet, you can go to elementunited.com. So elementunited.com, and you can click here on login, and then it'll show you at the bottom there that you can sign up an account. And so if you want to put Coinstore as the referral there, we'll know that you came from Coinstore to give you some other hookups and things like that. So those of you that are wanting some Element tokens, and if you want to have a non-custodial wallet that you get by creating an account, you can go ahead and sign up. This is what it looks like in the back here. You'll see a tab here for light nodes and smart nodes. The Element blockchain is supported by a community of node holders. These nodes are a little bit different than maybe your standard nodes that you've used before. These are not just validation nodes, but these nodes actually have programmability. They can be programmed to do different things. And so the products that we're building actually use these nodes, and it's the nodes that are distributing the rewards. And so you'll see here this tab right here where it says My Element Rewards. You can see here that I have one smart node running, and my smart node is running, and I'm earning Element rewards, or referred to as Element P. And so what happens is, as you earn these Element rewards, you can actually bridge them over to ERC20 tokens. So this is why our partnership with Coinstore is important, is as node holders are bridging their Element rewards to ERC20 tokens, Element tokens, we need exchanges like Coinstore where those can be listed so that they can be used with our products to make impact. So once again, those of you that are interested in doing that, you can create an account at elementunited.com. You can click on the wallet tab, and it's a non-custodial wallet that you can set up to let us send Element tokens to, or you can send a MetaMask wallet, and we can send them as well. So anyway, and then as I mentioned, we will be giving out light nodes. These are 1/100th of what the smart node does in terms of its distribution. The nodes are what distribute the tokens. And so we'll be giving out light nodes to those of you that are participating, and I'll come back and visit that there in a minute. So anyway, not to start off with a bunch of technicals, but we know there's a lot of people that are excited to get some Element tokens and get some nodes and start supporting this. So let me go back to my other deck, and I'll kick this off here. So let me go back here. Window. All right. Okay. So Element started with a vision, and you'll hear more Scott talk about this, and so I'll let him talk about that. But we got started working with looking at the impact of pulling elements out of the ground for things that we use. You're participating here on a computer or a phone, and those materials come at a cost to get out of the earth, right? And so we have multiple products on our roadmap. The one that I'll be highlighting here mostly is looking at the carbon credit space and what's happening with climate change and climate impact. And some of you may have heard of the Kyoto Protocol. The Kyoto Protocol is really one of the largest bodies of data that shows the real impact happening to the earth. And I was just going to bring this up again. I was talking to Irvan about this. So I got to make my first trip to Indonesia a couple months ago, and got to meet Irvan and some of the Coinstore team. And while I was there, the pollution got so bad that the president did what was it, Irvan, like a 3-day, work from home to try to clear the air, And so you kind of go around the world and you start to see the impacts of these things. The one that really stood out to me recently is you're seeing the oceans get so hot that the sea life is dying. you're seeing fish just jump out because it's so hot. I just recently saw another heartbreaking story. There's a bunch of these dolphins that the waters got so hot they died, and areas are being acidified. And so what's happening with the Kyoto Protocol is you're seeing now countries join what's called the Paris Accords, which is countries coming together to agree that the damage is happening and something needs to be done about it. And so it doesn't matter where you go, like, Indonesia has joined, the Philippines has joined, Thailand's joined, all of Europe, parts of Africa have joined. And so as a part of that, they have to offset their carbon. And so I'll tell you a little story here that kind of illustrated for at least how I found out about it. Is when I made my first trip to Africa about 6 months ago, I really got to see this happening now in the corporate space. Is as I flew on the airplane, they told me that I could offset my carbon. And maybe some of you have seen this. If you've taken a flight or used a taxi service or purchased something online, you'll often see these climate pledges or these carbon offset opportunities where you can actually pay money to offset your carbon. And so this particular space is called the voluntary carbon market. And that's what one of the products we're building is exploring, is how to build products and solutions to address climate change, specifically the carbon offsets. And so what happens is these airlines, I'll just use them as an example, they say to you, for $80, you can offset the carbon damage that you've done by flying this airplane, right? They're like, you've taken this airplane and you've caused damage to the earth, and so you can voluntarily give us this money, and then we will voluntarily give this to projects that are planting trees or doing other carbon offset activities. What's exciting about this space is, and those of you that, I think the Coinstore community is a bit sharper than kind of your average investor, is you kind of have to look at where market growth is happening, right? Especially in blockchain, where is real development happening, new money coming in to a new sector, and the voluntary carbon credit market is growing fast. It was just recently around $1 billion, maybe $2 to $3 billion now, and they're predicting this market could be anywhere from $1 to $3 trillion. They're going towards carbon offsets to reach the worldwide ESG goals, to meet the carbon net zero goals. And so each country is now coming up with their own strategy to accomplish that. And it just so happened the timing could not have been more perfect, is while I was in Indonesia in late October, the IDX, which is the stock exchange in Indonesia, announced their first ever carbon stock-based trading market for carbon credits. So they're saying, hey, we're going to now allow people to trade carbon credits. Shortly after, Japan just opened theirs. Philippines is set to do it very recently. And so this is now growing. Governments know that needs to happen. People can't just pollute and destroy the earth without any costs. And so that's really happening. So I've been traveling around the last 6 months. I just got back from East Africa. I was in Kenya, Tanzania. We have some really great partnerships there. All sorts of farms and reclamation areas and conservatory areas and actual mines have agreed to partner with us to do carbon credits. One of the best we have is this gentleman right here. His name is Jay. He has 100,000 acres of land in Tanzania, and he has dedicated 10,000 acres of actually gold-rich land to do carbon credits in Tanzania. Kenya has really shown the way for Africa. They did about 140 million in carbon credits last year, and they want to keep doubling, tripling, quadrupling that number. And what they're doing is they're hiring people to plant trees, and this makes an impact. Every tree that you plant has the ability to do carbon offset and carbon capture, and that now can be captured and monetized. Now, the issue here is there's a lack of verification and trust when it comes to carbon credits. And I'll highlight 3 quick case studies here to kind of show you what's happening with that. Is one of the largest verifiers of carbon, their company is called Verra, Verra. And so you can look this up. You can type in Verra, Verra greenwashing or whatever, and you'll see these come up. But it turns out that Verra, one of the largest carbon authorizers, 90% of what they offset turned out to be worthless. And so that really rocked the industry. It's like, wow, it turns out what they're doing is not worth anything. Same thing happened to Delta. They were taking their Delta Airlines, they were taking their customers' money and giving it to projects. It turns out those projects were greenwashing, which meant it wasn't having any impact. And so they were like, here we're trying to do this good thing, taking our customers' money. And it turns out that what they were giving it to wasn't real. And the customers actually did a class action lawsuit against Delta. In Africa, they have the same issue around trust. They can't get the same value for their carbon credits. And so trust and verification just so happens to be one of the best things that blockchain does. And so we have a powerful technology stack that we're using to create these carbon credits, and I'm going to walk through that here. So we use IoT devices. These are hardware devices that go on the ground for real-time data capture. So some of you may have seen these in other projects, like if you heard of, I guess I won't go into some names right now, but IoTs have been used in different blockchain projects. And you go to places like India, I think they have something like 3 million IoT devices across all their farms. And so these are a powerful way to gather data. For example, in IoT, you can connect to a satellite grid for about $3.50 a year. And so you can put these almost anywhere. You don't need Wi-Fi, you don't need 5G. And so IoTs are able to collect carbon data. We use LiDAR, which is a light scanning technology, and then we use satellite technology. And the satellite technology is powerful because it allows us to go back almost 20 years to see really what's happening in these areas to establish the new additionality of carbon capture. So what we're doing is we're taking all of that information and data and we're putting it on the smart contract. And I think this is where people are hungry. Those of you, Coinstore community, you've seen a lot of projects. And so it really is about how do you use the blockchain technology to solve real world problems, right? It's easy to get excited about the metaverse and some of these other things, and I am too, but it's like there are real things happening on our earth that we want to use blockchain technology for. And so climate change is top of the list there. And so the smart contract allows us to take all of that data, put it on the smart contract. And the other great thing about the smart contract is it can be easily updated. And so these companies and businesses and governments that are buying carbon credits, they don't want to just buy 1 year's worth of carbon credits. They potentially want to buy 5, 10, 20, or even 40 years worth of these carbon credits. And so the smart contract is very easy to update with new data. And so that really brings me to what this product is and what we're building right now with the Element blockchain, supported by our worldwide community of node holders using the Element token, is a tokenized carbon credit. So that really is what this is it's tokenized carbon credits. And tokenization, you've probably seen that a lot. That's getting more and more popular. And this is a perfect use case for what the blockchain was set up to do. It's transparent, it's trusted, it's decentralized, you can verify it, and then most importantly is you can show its impact. And so that's what we're doing right now is we are now partnering with farms, governments, countries all over the world to bring their carbon credit projects into our marketplace to be tokenized. So we now have projects in Kenya, Tanzania, Indonesia, Peru, Philippines, parts of Europe that have agreed to start working with us to tokenize their carbon credits and bring it into our marketplace. The reason this is important to those of you that are listening is you don't have to be a farmer. Okay, people ask me, okay, Chris, I don't have a farm, okay, or I don't have trees and I'm not going to go plant trees. So how do I get involved? Well, that's the beauty of the blockchain is by running a light node or a smart node that supports the Element blockchain, you earn Element tokens and you support the products that are being built. And the way this works is the marketplace that's being built is going to use the Element token. So those of you that are asking, okay, what is this Element token? It is a utility token. So in the case of carbon credits, as businesses, governments come in to purchase these tokenized carbon credits, they can use the Element token to do that. They can use the Element token to get these tokenized carbon credits. And so where do they get the Element token? Well, you have to run a node to get the Element rewards that you can turn into ERC20 tokens. And once again, this is why we've been excited to partner with Coinstore, is we need exchanges to put these tokens on. So as our products go live, and like, for example, the tokenized carbon credit product goes live, we have to have ways for people to go and get those Element tokens so that they can go get the carbon credits, right? So it always starts to sound confusing when I say it in my mind. So long story short, you don't have to plant trees, you don't have to be a farmer. But if you want to help planet Earth and you want to be part of, new blockchain technology and making an impact, really it's as simple as purchasing and running a node, right? And so those of you that have joined today, we're going to be giving you a free light node, which is 1/100th of a regular Element Smart node. And so the light node is something you can run on a cloud server. We'll show you how to do that, and you can just set it and forget it. And as you run that node, it earns Element rewards that you can then bridge over to ERC20 tokens, and you're welcome to list those on Coinstore. And as our products go live, you'll be supporting the products in the blockchain and really making an impact on Mother Earth. Not only that, this provides a lot of jobs. We're looking at something like 45,000 hectares of land in Indonesia. In Peru, we have a partner there that potentially has up to 100,000 hectares, 10,000 acres in Tanzania. And these all provide thousands of jobs, food. They take people out of the overcrowded cities. It's time to have projects that bring people out of the cities that can make an impact in these rural areas. And so we're really excited about this, and that's really what this process is. And so, as I mentioned, Tanzania, Kenya, Philippines, Indonesia, those of you that know any other projects or farms that are interested, we're happy to hear from them. And so at the end here, I'll come back on and show you how to claim your Element Light node. But I wanted to pass things over to Scott Lomu, where he can share a little bit more about his experience. He was a gold miner in Africa for 5 years, and he actually got picked up on a discovery show called Jungle Gold. And so some of you that know the Discovery Channel and have seen some of these gold shows, well, that was Scott. He was being filmed in Ghana. He tells a funny story about they wanted to see, he said they thought he was going to be killed. And they said, we just want to be there with a camera when you get killed. So that's Discovery Channel for you, right, Scott? So anyway, yeah, so let me pass it over to Scott. And thanks for everyone that's joined. And we'll come back here at the end with some of the giveaways and ways you can get involved.
Fantastic. Great intro. I mean, I don't know what else I can add to that. Chris does a phenomenal job. He's been all over the world, and as he's traveled the world, he's seen real use cases for what we're trying to accomplish. There's a lot of, when we look at a blockchain and what a blockchain does, we are trying desperately to solve problems. A lot of the problems in the world have existed for a long time, and as technology comes along, some of these problems are solved. It's happened throughout all sorts of technological advances, and the blockchain is the new one. The blockchain coming along, solving problems in healthcare and finance and in mining. A lot of people don't understand what it takes to get all these minerals out of the ground, and these minerals are being harvested by slave labor, child labor, at great environmental destruction. And when you look at that, as I was mining out in West Africa when I started 10, 11 years ago, they were just problems that you had to accept. There's an analogy I like to give is, some of you guys have seen the movie Blood Diamond, right? Leonardo DiCaprio. And they're talking about how these diamonds were being used to fuel these rebellions, and they're using slave labor. And so anyway, in real life, what happened was the UN comes together and they come up with this process called the Kimberley process to try to clean up the diamond industry, because people all over the world were saying, I don't want a diamond that was mined with slave labor. I don't want a diamond that came at the cost of a government because some rebellion happened and they used the diamond trade to fuel that. So they came up with this process that tracks the origin of diamonds. But if you go and you talk to some diamond dealers right now and you ask them, hey, are you guys following the Kimberley process? None of them use it, because it can be fake, because it can be cheated, even though they claim right now 99.8% of all diamonds are harvested ethically. Well, when blockchain comes along, now blockchain can really solve problems because it's a trustless system. It's technology that's used that can verify and track and do things that a paper system can't do. So when we're looking at, okay, what problems are really out there that the blockchain can solve, we have identified many of these problems. We can now certify that mines are mining ethically, and they do so with an NFT that can contain information like commitments that their permits are in place, that they're not using child labor, that they're paying a fair wage. All these things can be housed on the blockchain now, so that their customers downstream can see that they are mining ethically. So that's just one of the things we look at for why the blockchain and mining. And we're trying to solve problems. We're trying to pull little kids out of the mines. We're trying to make sure that slave labor is not being used. We're trying to make sure that all these minerals, gold, diamonds, can all be tracked. But all this is powered by a node. And a node is run by you guys. You guys are the ones that run the node and that earn the token. And so when we look at what is the element token, now again, I will give a little bit of a disclaimer that we don't make any claims on what the token will be worth. We just think that if there's enough utility for the token, and Chris talked a lot about it, these carbon credits that are on the blockchain, they're going to be purchased with the element token. And who has the element token? You guys have the element token, or you can get on it, you can run a node and earn it, or you can go into the marketplace and buy the token. And what we are trying to do is to make this token have a lot of utility. So some of the programs we're working on, or we're working with gold and silver dealers to make it so when people come in and want to buy gold and silver, they have to do it with the element token. And they'll do it because they can get it cheaper by using the element token. Now, where do they get the element token? From the holders of the element token. And so we are building products that go on the blockchain. The Element blockchain and Element United, the company, are two different things. We build the products that go onto this blockchain. And for those of you who will be running a light node, you are part of that blockchain. Or for those of you who might want to buy a full smart node, are part of that solution. We're trying to make the node owners here the hero of the story. And so for us, we start with this. We start with what problems can be solved. And the good thing about these problems, if there is a good thing, is that number one, there's something that you can all do about it now. But we first have to let people recognize what problems exist. So we spend a lot of our time telling people the problems that exist in the mining world, that rivers are being destroyed, that people's cocoa plantations are being ripped out. They're using child labor, slave labor, environmental destruction is rampant. And once you let people understand that there is a problem, you also have to let people understand that we are all part of the problem. If you have a phone, if you have a computer, you are indirectly part of this problem. It's our insatiable appetite for all of these electronics that are making all of these mining problems exist. It's people are flooding into the mining world, doing it illegally, doing it without permits, doing it without reclaiming the land, because we have this desire for these phones and computers that have all of these elements in them. And so once we know there's a problem, then we have to recognize we are all part of the problem, but we can all be part of the solution. And that's the beauty of the blockchain. So we create products that help solve these problems and that incorporate this token utility. If the token is tied to all these products, then it's going to be great to have these tokens, because there's going to be a lot of desire for these tokens, even though we don't talk about how much these tokens could possibly be worth. But if the token is in demand, so that people can buy carbon credits, or that people can buy gold and silver, or with some of the other projects we have in our roadmap, which is a gaming option. We want people playing a free play to earn game that helps solve some of the problems in the mining world, but also lets them earn this element token. There's going to be so much utility for this token. And that's what we're building. Sometimes it's not I think people look at some of these meme coins and these meme tokens, and they just want to get rich quick. And that's all well and fun. But we're a company that's building real products. We're trying to make sure that the products that we build are solving problems, and that the access to these products is through the element token. And so it would be a good thing to be a holder of these tokens, which is why we sell so many nodes, because they produce these tokens. The blockchain produces those tokens. But with you guys, when you're looking at it, and if you were to go look at it right now, there's not a lot of volume right now. I mean, this is basically the first presentation we've given about the token and about what we're doing. And so we're very, very new at this. As far as presenting to people about what we do, our mission is very new. Even though we've been at it about 2.5 years, we've been building the products, building the blockchain, making partnerships all over the world, and now we're ready to share that message. And this is really one of the times we've ever shared the message is with you guys. The first Coinstore is the first place that has got our token listed, and so we're excited for this partnership with Coinstore. We're excited for everything that we're building, but we're trying to build something solid, something real, something that's gonna longevity. And we do that by solving problems and by building real products. And that, just to review, we are working with many projects in the carbon credit space. All of these carbon credits will be tokenized, so you have to use the Element token to purchase these tokenized carbon credits. There's a massive need. I mean, if you look at the best uses for a blockchain, it's in the carbon credit world. It's in an exploding market where there's a ton of upside as far as how many people are now desiring to have carbon credits. You go look at any major website, and they all have their ESG goals and their net zero goals, and they're all buying carbon credits. But like Chris explained, there's a massive problem with these carbon credits. Nobody trusts it anymore. So the blockchain solves that, and we're working with many big projects to tokenize all of their carbon credits and to make sure that they accept the Element token for the purchase of those carbon credits. And that's how we're able to make this a true utility token. And we're also working with gold and silver wholesalers and retailers so that we can work it so that by using the Element token, they're actually getting gold and silver cheaper than they can get it anywhere else, by incentivizing people with the Element token that they can then hopefully go out and sell on the market. It works kind of like a rebate to where now they're getting these their gold and silver cheaper than anywhere else. And so there's and all of this has to circle back to our true vision, mission, and purpose, which is to solve the problems that exist. I've seen it firsthand. I was mining in Ghana for 5 years, and I saw what happens. I saw how most of the miners out there are illegal. There's all these miners from all over the world that come into Ghana, and they're mining illegally, and they're exploiting the natives, and they're using mercury. And the locals, they want the miners there. They're kind of part of the problem, but it's because people are exploiting them. And I used to see these children who would use mercury to help in the gold process, and they would put it in a rag and mixed with the gold, and they'd suck the mercury out and spit it out into the rivers, and then they'd burn it and they'd breathe the fumes. And so now the rivers are polluted with chemicals, with fuel, with mercury, with all oil. And I would see their cocoa plantations getting torn down. Their cocoa plantations, there's gold underneath every foot in Africa, and so they tear down their only form of subsistence. And so for me, I take it very personally because I was part of that problem. And now with the blockchain, I get to be a part of the solution. But it's not just me that gets to be a part of the solution. It's a worldwide problem, and it requires a worldwide solution. So for us, we cannot do this alone. We need people who are running nodes. We need people who see value in the token, whether it has any financial value yet or not. We need people to understand that we are trying to solve real problems. And what we concern ourselves with is, let's solve problems and let everything else take care of itself. If we can go out there and solve some problems, and then the community of token holders and the blockchain node runners, you guys can help solve these problems. You guys can be a part of the solution, since every one of us is part of the problem right now. So, Chris, I like having Chris on because he kind of gets into the nitty gritty and some of the details. But I try to keep everybody focused on the vision and the mission and the purpose, because if we can nail that, everything else takes care of itself. I'm a visionary. Because I have such intimate knowledge of the problems that exist, because I was part of the problem, and you can see those problems. I had 2 seasons on Discovery Channel. Go to YouTube. You're already on YouTube. Type in Jungle Gold. You can see the problems that exist and how I was part of that problem. And now, with this perfect timing of the advent of this blockchain, we're able to enter into many industries and solve problems that didn't have a solution before. But there's this unique concept of incentive. Now there's an incentive for people to get involved. There's an incentive for people to care, because there's an upside for them possibly by helping us to accomplish these these goals that we have. And so I always start with, people say, Scott, let's get into the tokenomics and the details of it. And we can always do that. But I look at the vision and the mission and the purpose that we have to solve these problems, and then everything else tends to take care of itself. But you have to have a plan. You have to have real products that are built on the blockchain. And that's where we've spent the last couple of years, is really developing these products that utilize the token. And the token is the key here, because that's the incentive for people to get involved. That's the incentive for people to buy a node, because they know they get the token. Looking at a token, look at the purpose of that token. We are trying to create a true utility token that is used daily for these that are being issued for free play to earn games that we're building out right now. If you look at that and think about the utility of that token, then that's really where these projects can really have some legs. And we try not to, it's an intro. And then there's Element, the blockchain, which are two separate entities. And so we don't really, we'd love to get on here and say, this token's going to go to the moon. You'll never hear us say that. We don't talk about that. We talk about projects and the tools that we're using to solve these problems, which are the products that we're building out, which are specifically designed to solve problems and make the node owners and the token owners really the hero of the story because of the utility of that token. So I'm excited to be at this early stage with all of you, watching what's about to happen. And really, it's the early adopters. It's you guys looking at these projects and hopefully getting involved in these projects that really help us to fulfill our vision, to help us to make this come to fruition. So we're excited for it. We've got an incredible team. What I think that my strength is surrounding myself with very capable people. I come from the mining background. I have intimate knowledge of what's happening and how to fix those problems. And then I surround myself with people a lot smarter than me to figure out how we do this using the blockchain. And we've been able to do that. We've got an unbelievable team in our office. We've got about 150 developers working around the clock to help us to bring some of these projects to life and to make sure that our technology, that our tech stack, that everything that we're working on to make our vision, to make it doable. So that's where we're at. We're grateful for you guys for jumping on here and for working on some of them. We won't announce yet because they're very, very big partnerships, very big jewelry partnerships, even some TV opportunities that we're looking at in the future. I can't name anything yet, but we're looking at all options. We're looking at all partnerships. Huge jewelry that you've all heard of, companies, big potential TV opportunities that you've all heard of. And that's just our way of sharing our message, to get everybody else on board. So what we wanted to do here is we want to obviously make sure that every one of you claim your light node. We also want to make sure we also want to give away some tokens. And so let's do a little giveaway right now. We can, Irvine, is there a way for us to, if we were to have some people post their wallet address, we can send them some, is there a way for us to track that? That's here on YouTube.
In the live stream and also in the YouTube.
Okay, great.
Comments, right? So what we need you to do is to share the requirement for the audience to win the token.
Sure. And we just want to, like, what if we just said, the first 5 people that put their wallet address in the comment section. So let's say the first 5 people drop their wallet address in the chat, we'll give 2,000 Element tokens for now. So first 5 people, and we'll send that out within 24 hours to you. Put your wallet address. We'll send you 2,000
Yeah.
Element
So
tokens.
this live stream
Okay.
is
And,
it's going to be recorded, right?
yeah,
So the first 5 people that comment the wallet address
for live.
with
Yep, so
the
for the
token
live, for
award.
those who are here live. So
Yeah.
if you're here live, and then we could do. I've got Paul here. Paul does a lot of our marketing. What is there something we can do for the people that come in and watch it later? Like, is there, or is it basically does the giveaway only work for the live stream?
We can just choose if you want. We can choose 5 random people who comment their address or something like that if you want. That
Well, let's do
in
the
each
first 5.
comments.
So the first 5 that commented, we're going to send you 2,000 ELMT element, right?
And
And
then we
these
can just
these are from my personal stash. Okay, so this isn't Element United giving out the token. This is just from Scott, the president of the company, is giving it to you. And then let's think of something for those who are watching it afterward, maybe because you can still comment afterward.
yeah.
Maybe we'll go back a week from now and we can pick somebody and do like 5,000. We'll pick a couple more people and give out 5,000 more. What do
Yeah.
you think? Or is that all right? What's the best way to do it for, because we're live and we want to reward those people for showing up live because they all get the light note. But for those who are going to go back and watch it, what do you recommend?
Yeah, there will also be some campaigns that we'll be doing for the Element token. So there will be a
Oh,
trading competition.
oh, great.
I'm targeting the early December actually for that one.
Sure.
And there will be a few more campaigns as well that will reward the most active traders or the most active holder
Oh,
Element token.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we can make it interesting. I don't know how much you want us to I can donate a lot. 'Cause I want to get people really excited about this because I do believe we're doing some really fun things and I want to reward people for jumping on and supporting what we're trying to accomplish. So we can talk offline, Irvan, about how we
Yeah.
can do that, but we'll make it fun. Maybe we even give away a smart note or two. The smart notes right now sell for $3,400, but maybe we can make it interesting in some of your giveaways by doing a smart note and then some element tokens. We can talk about that
Sounds
offline.
good.
Now that we've got
Sounds
everybody
good.
all excited about this,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
I know you guys have a lot of things in the pipeline and in the roadmap. And I know that you touched on these points earlier in your presentation, but perhaps you can give a better picture of what it's like to become an early investor or an early node owner of Element. Because you
yeah,
guys have a lot of things in the roadmap, right? There
sure,
will be a carbon credits marketplace very
yep,
very soon. You will also be touching on gaming and NFT sector, right?
right,
So
yeah.
why should people become an early holder and also an early node owner?
Yeah, the node, just the way the tokenomics work with a node. So over the life of the project, there'll be 50 billion element tokens. 25 billion of those are distributed to the node owners in year 1. Now, year 1 started for us on March 17th. So we've got about 4 more months of year 1 distribution. And right now, a smart node, not the light node, but a smart node is kicking out about anywhere between 2,500 and 3,000 tokens per day. And so if you started on March 17th, you're going to get about a million. The blockchain will get, the node will reward you with about 1 million tokens per node in year 1. And so every year there's a halving. So on March 17th of 2024, we're going to take the remaining 25 billion, cut it in half, and so the nodes will distribute, the blockchain will distribute 12.5 billion tokens from March 17th of 2024 to March 17th of 2025. So obviously, the sooner you run your node, the better, because the blockchain rewards you with year 1 distribution. And so a lot of people got involved early on around March 17th of this year. And you saw Chris showed a demonstration of his wallet. He's given some of his tokens away but he had about 550,000 just from year one in there. And so we obviously getting involved early. We do a lot of things for our early adopters as far as Element United, the company. But as far as the Element blockchain, it's pretty set. It's between 25 and 3,000 depending on how many nodes are running, because you still have to do things. You still have to run your node for at least 6 hours a day. There are different incentives that we add in there. If you refer people, you earn more of the daily distribution. Pretty soon, as we bring on all of our projects, you'll be rewarded higher for referring people to carbon credits. And so we have a bunch of things that you can do since we're a proof of action network. Certain things, certain actions you can take to get more of the daily distribution. So obviously, the early adopters are the visionaries. They're also the risk takers. And so the blockchain rewards you for being an early adopter, just like Bitcoin. For the people that saw the vision, I sat next to a guy on a plane 9 years ago, and he said, "Hey, you need to learn everything you can about Bitcoin." I was flying back from Africa on one of my trips, and he says, "You need to learn everything you can about this." I was just, "Oh, okay, whatever." And he's telling me about this Satoshi, it sounded all weird and made up to me, and I didn't listen. But at the time, Bitcoin was 9 years ago, it was like less than a couple $100. It was very small, and I didn't listen to him. So the early adopters in blockchain always are get rewarded higher, just because there's many things that are built in, obviously, with the tokenomics to reward you for being involved earlier before the halvings take place.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah.
And
Thank you
as
for
far as
sharing that.
you asked,
Also,
the other
that
question
reminds me,
was
right?
on the roadmap. So we built out a game. And so the reason why we do a game is we work with gold mines, and we tell them. So for example, Chris talked about Jay, and Jay is in Tanzania with 100,000 acres. Well, Jay gave us 10,000 acres to do carbon credits with. Well, what we're also doing is we're taking that. So let's just say my phone here is our 10,000 acre piece. Well, we're doing an assay on everything that's in the ground. I'll turn my phone that way. So let's just say the gold is here, here, here. When we build our game, we base it on those 10,000 acres, and we match up in the game where the gold is in real life and the quantity. So now when you're playing our free play to earn game, you're mining a copy of a real gold mine. The real gold mine stays untouched, but we create a digital version of the gold mine, and as you play it, you'll earn the element token. And so we can build in these incentives. So as a community, as we play the game, and as we mine 10% of the actual, the digital gold, then we go and build a school, or we can go and do some water wells. And so as a community, it's a free game. You're earning the element token, but we're also doing good. So imagine how that message resonates. It's a fun game. You've got in-game purchases that you'll be able to do, upgrade your rig to dig deeper to earn more element token. But as a community, you're earning a token that has some utility, and we're meeting objectives. So as a community, we're helping people. We're going in and solving problems by playing a game. So for us, that's a great concept. The best way to do gaming is to make it free, to make it have an impact, and to make it so that you can earn our element token, all by playing a free game. And so what we've done is we've dedicated a certain number of nodes and all the distribution from those nodes to feed the game. And that's our way of giving back. We give all that element token away in addition to giving the game away for free, so that we can all work together as a community to solve problems. So the gaming side will be a lot of fun. We already built one game. We weren't happy with it because it didn't really represent the local communities the way we wanted it to. It took us 6 months and several $100,000, but we scrapped it, and we're starting all over again with a new version. Because we wanted to have more impact. So the game is a way for the masses to all contribute, for the masses to all earn the element token, for the masses to all help solve problems. And then, of course, the NFTs that we're building out, so that mines can certify through an NFT that they're ethically mining, that they have a reclamation plan, that they're paying a fair wage, that their permits are up to date, that they're legal. All these things can be housed to make it easier for them to sell their cobalt, lithium, gold, copper, tungsten, silver. So because now there's this big movement building in the world right now where people care where all these minerals come from. They care where their ring comes from. They care what it takes for them to drive an electric vehicle. And so now we're going to make it easier for these businesses to show that they're ethical. And that's going to be done through the NFT. And then, of course, there's the jewelry supply chain. So the supply chain is the blockchain really has great uh, um, effectiveness in the supply chain. So now we can track diamonds and track gold and track it all the way from the origin all the way down to the user. And they can even have an NFT. I think pretty soon there won't be receipts. There'll be NFTs. Everything physical will have its digital counterpart. And so we're getting out in front of that and doing it for the jewelry business so that now, let's just say your ring gets stolen and they try to pawn it. Well, if you don't have the digital asset, you can't sell the physical asset. They're one and the same. And so there's a lot of things, and that's called the eVault that we're building out right now. And we've got a couple big jewelry partners that we're working with that we're going to start doing. And some companies already do it. You see certain watchmakers that already do that. They provide the NFT with the high-end watch. We'll be doing that, and we'll have an announcement soon with the jewelry partner that we're working with. We just can't announce it just yet. So everything we do, again, the eVault, the mining certification, the gaming, the tokenization of the carbon credits, the ability to buy gold and silver with the Element token, all of these things fuel token utility and hopefully get that token for you guys, get that token moving and have people who desire to have that token. And what that does to the price, we'll let the market determine that. We don't make any predictions at all. All we do is we build products that are supported by the blockchain that the community runs, and problems or products that solve problems is what we're mostly concerned with. And then we let all that other stuff, the token value, all that takes care of itself. But we don't control that. Just to make sure you guys are aware, we don't control it. That's up to you guys. And the token takes care of itself. We don't do anything as far as like trying to pump the token. We just build products that people want to use and that require the use of the token, and then let everything else take care of itself. So I hope that answers the question there, Irvan.
Awesome stuff, Scott. Awesome stuff. Very, very exciting. I understand that you guys will not only be giving away tokens, but also light nodes, right? Can you maybe share with the audience the requirements?
Correct. So Paul or Ali, if you guys, either of you want to jump on and kind of explain that purpose of how the best way to do that, or Chris is back. Chris, the claiming of the light node, what's the best way for them to do that?
So here's what you guys need to do, and I'll screen share and show you. So what you're going to do is I'm going to show you the way we would prefer you to do it, but if you want to use, this is both. I'm going to cover both of this. So what you're going to do is our team's going to post our link tree into the chat. And you'll need to go to Discord and join the Element Discord. All right. So, team, if you want to drop the link tree into the chat, then they can see that.
The landing page in there.
Oh, okay. Even better. Okay. So, you'll need to join our Discord. You'll then go to the Element Discord. And you will then create a support ticket. So what this does is this gets you in our community so we can start to interact with you, hear from you, get your feedback. And then you're going to create a support ticket in Discord. Okay, so create a support ticket in Discord. And what you're going to say is that you'd like the free light node and you join the Coinstore event. That's it. So you put your email that you use to create your Element account. You put that you joined the live stream event, and then you also put your email there. So I think we have another way to do it, Paul, right? You created an even easier way for them to claim it. You want to tell them how that works?
Yeah, so I dropped the link in there, and I can even screen share as well.
Yeah, sure.
Go.
I think what would be best is to paste the link maybe in the comment section.
Yeah, put it in the YouTube comment section.
I did.
Okay.
Well, I can post it in. Yeah, I put it in the chat, but I'll post it in the comment section as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's having issues with me trying to share my screen, but I posted that link and it's going to go to a landing page and it gives you step-by-step instructions. It's really
Yeah.
simple.
So here, put it for me, and I'll screen share it, Paul. Put it in the link here in the Google Meet for us right here.
Okay.
Just pop it in here. So I'll screen share. So also we're gonna, if you want to get a free Element wallet, a non-custodial wallet, and we're going to be doing some Element token giveaways as well. You can come and same thing. Just come create a support ticket in the Element Discord and put that wallet address, and we can send you some Element tokens. So let me screen share the page here. Oh, thank you, Ali. I didn't see you said that to me. So let me screen share this here. Window, Coinstore. Okay, so how to claim your Element United promotion for the event, Smart Nodes, Light Nodes. So fill out this form. We need to know your name, email address to receive this product, name and email address. Create an Element United account, set up your Element Smart Wallet, right? So I showed you how to do that. You go to elementunited.com, you click sign up, and you'll see here at the very bottom tab is the wallet tab, right? So when you click on wallet, it'll ask you to set it up. And so you can see in here, I've got my Element private tokens and then my Element ERC20 tokens. So this may be new to some of you, so I'll show it to you again, is we have a bridge. And what you can do is you can go to your Element private, Element P, which are the Element rewards, and I can say, I want to move over 10,000 of those to Element ERC20 tokens, right? And so there'll be a bridge fee and a gas fee, and then these will get bridged over to ERC20 tokens, and that's what you'll be able to put on Coinstore if you want to do that, right? So you may have a question about what happens when you get your light node. So once you have the light node assigned to your account, it will show like this. It'll say 0 of 1. What this means is that the light node is not yet hosted. You have to host the node. Now, you can host it on your computer. You can click on Linux, Windows, Mac to do that. But I'm going to recommend you check out Node Engine. So I'm going to show you how I just did that. So inside of here, there's a little I button, info button under Node Setup. You click on the I, and then click on Node Engine. And they have a way to host the node at a very discounted price. So those of you that want to set it and forget it, check out Node Engine, and you can join us in Discord and create some support tickets, and we'll help you set it up. So we did this on the Twitter space, and I think a lot of you were confused. So I'm telling you, these are $34. Okay, this is an actual huge giveaway. We've never done this much here. So I think sometimes people don't quite understand what's happening. You are getting a $34 light node for free that is going to produce Element tokens for the life of the blockchain. Okay, so you know, it's actually pretty massive what we're giving out here today, and we're doing that because we know that everyone's active here. We know you're active on Twitter. We know you're active in the crypto space, and so we really want to give you a chance to see how these things run. So go to the form, fill it out. If you get confused, come into Discord and make a support ticket. Our team will help you. We'll get you assigned a light node, and then it's up to you to get that light node hosted. I'd recommend, once again, that you click on the I, you come here to Node Engine, and they have a system you can use to host these light nodes, so you don't have to really worry about it. Now, we have a promotion for the nodes. Did you cover that, Scott? I can show them real quick.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so now we know that everyone's got different situations, and so you can come in here to the store. I was having problems with this with my cookies. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the smart node is really where the most value comes from in participating with Element. Okay, and you don't have to do this, but if you've been compelled by today's presentation, you're like, hey, how do I get involved? There is no initial coin offering. There is no selling of the tokens. Really, the only way to get involved is by purchasing one of these smart nodes. These smart nodes go up in price as the nodes are sold. So that's why you'll see this price continue to go up. So don't be surprised when you come back here if it's at 4,400 or 5,500.
Actually, Chris, I think for this one we'll just do the light node, and then we'll give away some Element. The promotion, I think we're gonna pause on that one.
Okay.
So
long story short, if you're interested in getting a smart node, you can come in here and get one of these, right? So this is at 100% distribution. So I'll just tell you how that works is the Element blockchain has 50 billion tokens for the life of the project. Okay,
we talked about that just before you came on.
Okay, yeah. So long story short, I'll just show you on mine so you can just see kind of what mine is getting. But I think it's anywhere from like 2,500. Yeah, right here you can see it. So my single node is giving me about 22,935, and that fluctuates based on how many nodes are running. So if you're interested in how you start to get some else one of the light nodes, the smart nodes, $3,400, set it up, start to run it, and you're going to start to see your distribution happening. And so you can come over to your wallet, and you can start to see those accruing. So you can see I have a bunch of mine, so I should have more in here. So yeah, so we'd love your support. If you're interested in getting involved, come get a smart node. 3,400, we don't take that lightly. Change and these other products and stuff like that. This is the best way to do it. So get your light node if you're interested in getting on board with us. Also, we have an affiliate program. If you're interested in joining our affiliate program, you'll need to message us direct. We have a qualification program for that. So we have a great network of affiliates helping us. I did a big event in Thailand with our affiliates that did really well. And so we'd love to do some more events. And especially where I'm in Manila right now, I'd love to do more events in Southeast Asia with our affiliate group. And so if you're interested in becoming an affiliate, you can check out our website at the very bottom. There is a affiliate link for you to sign up, or once again, pop in Discord and create a support ticket. And we can, if you say you're interested in the affiliate program, and we can help you do that. So yeah, so get your light note, grab a smart note if you're interested. If you want to join our affiliate program, fill out the form on our website or pop us into Discord. And yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, Chris.
Yep.
Awesome stuff, Chris and Scott. Before we end things off, we at Coinstore will also be giving out tokens through the Coinbox rewards. And we will be sharing the passphrase that you need to access your Coinbox now.
And I think there's a passphrase, right, Irvan, that they need from you?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Zach, the passphrase for the Coinbox gift reward. Hello, Zach. Are we sharing the screen for the passphrase?
Oh, who's sharing the screen for that? Is that?
From the Coinstore side.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And just as a reminder, if you guys can post your addresses, your ETH wallet addresses, and we'll still send the ELMT tokens to
Yes.
you.
Yes. Reminder again for the people that are sharing their wallet address, their Element wallet address, in the comment section. We will be distributing token rewards to you as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to make sure, hold on. I think I should just read the passphrase out loud one more time to access the Coinbox rewards. So the first passphrase is ZPI 10KXG. Yes, as displayed on the screen also. One more time, that's ZPI 10KXG. Okay, second passphrase, NWXMFPJ3, as displayed on the screen. One more time, NWXMFPJ3. Okay, one more time, guys, as a reminder, paste your Element wallet address in the comment section. And also in the comment section, there is a step-by-step procedure to access the light note giveaway given by the Element team. Okay, before we end things off, Scott, Chris, and Paul, any last words from you guys before we wrap things off?
No, just thank you for jumping on and supporting this. We obviously the blockchain is really unique. We can't do it alone. We need a big community who believes in what we're doing. And so you guys are those early adopters. This is one of the first presentations we've done about this, and we're grateful for all you guys giving us your time tonight.
Thank you. Thank you guys for the kind words and also the awesome presentation. Very exciting stuff you guys are doing.
We'll see everyone. I think hopefully everyone on this, if you're in Southeast Asia and want to do something, let me know. Hit me up. Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia.
Put
let's
yourself
do
on
something.
Chris. Come on. All right.
All right. Okay. I don't know if we can post the links in there, Irvon. So if some of you can't see it on YouTube, can you guys help us out? I'll put it. Put it again in the chat. So
we'll make sure.
I think they might be deleting them. I don't know. So yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks
you
everyone
for watching Market Insider. See you guys on the next one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks.